All right, today I want to talk about the new Rank 14 Desk Wizard from Game Envy. So the creators of the Hobby Holder, the recently successful Kickstarter and huge hobby product. So with the Desk Wizard, this one is the Rank 14, and if you've seen the previous ones on the website, the number just designates the amount of paint you can hold. This is meant to be a desk organizer, not a paint rack in its own creation. Now, on the front, just like all the other ones, there's a bit of a brush holder here, so you can take any of your brushes, just lay them on down. I have been able to put 2 brushes on here. You could probably stack them if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it, and I would definitely keep your caps on to be safe, just because of the length of the brushes, but your go-to brushes can easily be stored on here. Also, something that hasn't been on the other ones, you can actually store your brushes here on the pegs to the side. One thing that you'll notice on the back, there's a whole indentation cut out on the back of the Wizard. If you were to lift it up, there's a stand that you can get for this that hooks right on there to hold up the Wizard. Now, the reason for this is it's easier to get to your paints. You just have them quick at the ready to grab onto whatever you need, just at an angle. And one of the things that I've liked to do is slide this back to on the back side of my painting area, so I can have this kind of positioned and ready for me to go. This stand here is also very cool because if you take your phone and let's say you have a reference photo you're looking at, or if you're a streamer and you're monitoring your chat, anything like that, boom, right there. Another thing you can do, and I'm going to grab this real quick. Depending on the size of the device, you can also put bigger devices up there. Like this one, for example, is one of the Amazon Fire tablets. It sits up there just fine. I'm sure if you take an iPad, which I don't have on me right now to test, if you take an iPad and you were to store it vertically, they're thin enough, you should probably be able to hold it. I haven't tested it, so use at your own risk, but it's designed to hold things up. Another thing, if you've got a book that's small enough, you could try putting your book up on the holder. Some painters like to journal their color selection, so you can turn to the correct page, grab your notes, and try and hold it up that way. But so the stand holds up the rack and holds up whatever device or medium that would fit on there. The preliminary design right here is holding my phone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. So the larger form factor phone probably will hold any size iPhone, I would guess. No promises there. But it should hold any mobile device. Tablets, of course, depending on how thick they are. Now, another thing that I've been looking into is trying to see if the Stream Deck, for streamers out there, the Stream Deck, it could be a very powerful tool. And if it's right at your fingertips in front of your painting station, that saves you some more space. Put it right there and go. The current stand as it is will only hold the Stream Deck vertical, which means in this configuration, it'll just be up and flat. It'd be kind of awkward for you to interact with. But I do understand that that's actually being looked into as an additional feature potentially in the future, with some research there, just kind of redesigning some of the stand a little bit to have different options. Another cool feature, as you're used to with all of the other holders, you've got the bolts together holding it. In the kit that I got, I was given a much longer bolt to use if I wanted to, and all you would do is basically put that bolt through one of the side pegs, and then your hobby holder, which has a hole for a bolt in the bottom, so your ergonomic handle can go on it. You just feed it right onto that and it can rest. So you can put your hobby holder right here, and I was able to do that without losing any paint slots. Now you'll notice that in the bottom, there's holes in the bottom of the rack just like with the other configurations, the rank 1, the 3, and the 5. If you take your paint, put it in there upside down, you can store your paints upside down. I've noticed, or I feel more comfortable doing it when the rack is flat because the paints tilt back for you. You could do it when it's upright, which just means that the paint will sit further forward. Both are good. They're both going to be very beneficial. Now here's the other cool thing. If you've got a brush bastion, which is the acrylic brush rack, I'm going to grab my Gamer Dad rack. This is one of the older ones, so if you've got one within the last year or so, this will be a little bit better for you. But it holds up the wizard as well. And then you have a brush rack right at your fingertips. Now, the newer design of the bastions that have come out within the last 8 or 10 months, I believe, have a slightly deeper cup where the brushes hold, which means that this desk wizard will fit into there just fine. Mine is much older, so I have one of the original configurations. It fits, it just doesn't fit as securely. Still no worry though. It still feels pretty comfortable with it right here. But it should fit just fine. You'll notice as well, some of the original wizards were clear acrylic. You can get, there are going to be some color choices coming out in the Kickstarter, but this one has a matte black finish. It's a little bit stronger, a little bit thicker, and it looks beautiful. It just looks more professional. It looks, I had no problem with the clear acrylic, no problem at all, but this just is a big step up. And I don't know what else to say about this. I think it's fantastic. There are some, there's a rank 10 as well, so a little bit smaller. And there's going to be several colors. I wish I knew the colors off the top of my head. But this is an amazing tool. One thing that I've tested out with it, I use one of those play card mats for my paint surface. So this here is just a matte black, one of those Ultra Pro card mats for when you play like Magic and other card games. This just happens to be almost perfectly half the length of the mat, which means in theory, if you had two of these side by side, you can put them right at the back of your play mat and have them angled up a little bit, and there you have enough paints at your fingertips, so it's slightly out of the way and everything. So the Kickstarter's coming soon. I definitely think this is an awesome product. It's a huge upgrade from the already awesome desk wizards. So here I'm picturing the 3. Big step up. Check it out. Hope you like it. I know I do, and hopefully I'll have a few more on my desk here in the near future. So thank you all very much for watching, and let me know what you think by leaving some comments down below.